and you'll have a hard time getting it up. But in general, this whole metal cover here is hard to get off. And oh crap, no, please come back off. Please come back off. No, 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 no. This really ugly looking all-in-one computer here is a Samsung, Heavy, a Samsung Heavy. No, what is that? Well, you can't read it on here, but DP700A3B-AO2US. It's basically a big ugly all-in-one. It's one of those premium ones that's got a flat base. You can see how it works. Flat base, big fat hinge right there. Anyway, this thing was choked, absolutely, positively choked with dust. It was pretty bad. So I got that straightened out. What really gets me is, like, look at this heatsink. Look at this heatsink. Look at the size of this heatsink. It's crazy. So you've got a desktop i3. It's an i3 2390T, I believe. But yeah, that heatsink was just choked. Thermal grease, bad, because everything of this age has bad thermal grease, of course. Tested the RAM and it was fine. Hard drive shows up in the BIOS but doesn't show up in Linux, so I'm guessing the hard drive is toast. Probably gonna see if I can recover the data and do an SSD upgrade to this. So just in general, this thing was a real pain to disassemble, and I'll show you why. See this speaker set here? The speakers, the way that they go in here, they get jammed on this cover for some reason. They'll just get stuck, and you'll have a hard time getting it up. But in general, this whole metal cover here is hard to get off, and oh crap, no, please come back off. Please come back off. No, 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 no. Yeah, so that's how bad it is. I was worried it was stuck again. You can live on the floor for a minute, heatsink. Here's the pain though. This is what really causes you the misery. There's this plastic trim piece that goes above the metal cover, and it's nothing but prying, but you have to pry in a way that will bend a soft metal pry tool like this one. It can be pretty brutal. You have to take all these screws out that go around it, and then you have to get this trim piece pulled off first. Now, what I did was I got this part pulled first, and then I had trouble getting this to come. So I pulled over here, and then I had trouble getting this to come. So after lots of playing with this part, I finally was able to get this to come, and then this, and that made it easier to just start working around. But let me show you the clips, because it's really kind of important that you understand how these clips go together. See how they fall into a socket and they have little clips sticking out that go down, but the whole thing just sort of is designed to pull up. The problem is you have to pry it away and pull up at the same time, and it can be very difficult. Also, the edges on this plastic are sharp. I did not get cut, but I could feel that if I was overzealous, oh, I was gonna get cut, buddy. I was really gonna get sliced up. So just keep that in mind when you work on one of these funky flat all-in-ones. So anyway, we're gonna do an SSD upgrade most likely, and as you can see, it mounts using these end bolts here. It doesn't use the middle, and I doubt, yeah, there's no holes cut for the middle. So we're not gonna be able to put a bracket, which is common. It is very common that you can't fit a solid state bracket in one of these non-standard desktops. So, how am I gonna do it? Well, I'm looking at this, and basically my plan is I'm gonna put these two mounts here back in, and it looks like I can leave the screws because they have these rubber mounts here. See those beautiful rubber mounts here? I'll leave the screws, except what I will do, you know what? I'm gonna do it the really crummy way. I'm gonna packing tape the thing to whatever's under that hard drive, because the solid state's not going anywhere, and I don't want to yank these screws out in case they do put a hard drive in the future, because you never know. Gonna reseat the RAM, put it back together, and hope that this thing works again. To get the hard drive out, I had to remove these 2 screws, but I also need to remove these 2 screws hiding down here. And to do that, I had to remove this board, 2 screws, and pull the wires away. I also had to remove this. This is apparently the touch screen, I guess. I had to remove this and set it aside, and the hard drive cable here had to be pulled. Obviously, it was going to have to be pulled anyway. So that's how you get into where the hard drive is located, to get the screws out.